got people in here. We live. We live. What's the deal? Oh man, I ain't got my soundboard hooked up. I was trying to hook it up to my computer. I guess I gotta hook it up to my iPad, and I don't know how that's gonna work. But anyway, we here. Happy Victory Monday. My Washington Commanders, man, they come through again. The cardiac kids. Damn near gave me a heart attack last night with that doink of a kick for us to get our first victory in 19 years, man. The postseason victory in 19 years. Last time we won was in Tampa 19 years ago. That was the infamous Sean Taylor game. We recovered a fumble and scored and dove in the end zone. Oh, man, it feel good, man. Finally got that monkey off our back, man. Finally, and it feels good. So if y'all tune in every post-game pull-up on Victory Monday, what we normally do is we grab a shot, we grab a glass for Victory Monday. And, I've been on my juice shit. Shout out to the PU. He got us on our juice and shit. But I'm going to take a shot. I didn't drink all of yesterday because I didn't drink all of yesterday because I sacrificed it for this win. And yeah, man, it worked out for me. So, salud. I got a little corner up in here. Tahoo! Ooh. Oh, man. Shout out to my Commanders. Let me see. Let's move this. All right. Defeating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last night. We played them week 1. They gave us our very first L of the season. Jaden Daniels' first career football game. Totally different team from week 1. Totally different quarterback from week 1. He definitely progressed through the season. He looked like the clear-cut favorite to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. Winning 12 games to advance into the playoffs. 12-5. Going into Tampa Super Wildcard weekend, leading the Commanders to their first playoff win. Let me say that. First playoff win in 19 seasons, winning 23-20 on a walk-off field goal, doink, by Commanders kicker Zane Gonzalez. Man, I was over there hoping, praying, fingers crossed, knocking on wood. I'm like, come on, Zane, you got this, you got this. And that nigga almost blew it, man. That nigga almost blew it for me. Yeah, man, good looking to y'all. Let's go, Commanders. They got me some chili yesterday. That's what's up. Shout out to Darnell King. Hey, so I was going to go live yesterday, right? Remember I told y'all Saturday I was going to go live. But yesterday I just been getting all kind of people that I didn't even know was Bucks fans hitting me up. Trolling, talking about go Bucks. And I'm like, nigga, I ain't never even seen you cheer for a team. Like, that's what I don't be liking about these closet fans. You feel me? So, yesterday, I turned my phone off while watching the game. I just turned my phone off. I was like, nah, I don't even want the people seeing me like this because, boy, it was a whole lot of nerves yesterday. It would have been good for content. Probably should have vlogged instead of being live. But, dude, my daughter was coming in. She got her little baby doll. She want me to put the clothes on them, take the clothes off because she don't know how to do it. And it's to the point to where the game was getting tense. I had snapped on her like, go somewhere, leave me alone. Cause boy, I was frustrated. We wasn't taking the points. We was going for it on 4th down when we was clearly in field goal range, but not taking the points. M. Kane, W Commanders. Man, thank you for the super chat. Um, Shout out my boy Arnold Allen. Happy for you, bro. You been down, JC. Man, it's been a long time, bro. It's been a long time. Hey, yeah. Hey, Darnell, I was getting to that too. That's the only Buck fan that I know in the hood was him. You know, he's been a Bucks fan forever. And shit, the Warren Sapp, Ward Dunn days, you feel me? Um, but there's other niggas from the hood that was hitting me up like, go Bucks. I'm like, man, you know what? The hell with this shit. I don't like people hitting me up during games too, because I don't ever go out my way to hit people up unless it's a group chat. You feel me? But I don't go out my way to just to hit people up, troll them, or say anything about the game. And when I had my phone off and turned it on, oh man, you should have seen all the messages, all that shit, bro. It was just overwhelming. All the messages, the DMs, the Facebook messages, all that, because y'all gotta understand where I'm at. Ain't too many Commander fans. You feel me? It's not too many Commander fans like me. I ain't gonna say there's not too many Commander fans, because we got a large fan base here in LA. It's just that we all scattered around. You're not gonna see a group of us like you see Floyd and Traffic and T-Rail and Schoolboy and all of them as 49er fans. You feel me? You're not gonna see a group of us like that unless we out watching the game, actually. But you'll never see like a tight-knit crew that niggas grew up with each other that's Commander fans. It's not gonna happen here. He said that kicker nickname is Twitchy now. Man, I don't know what the fuck he was doing with his hair before he kicked the damn field goal. That nigga was rubbed his hair like 30 times. I'm like, nigga, your hair not even long enough to be in your face for once. And then he had some shit going on with his socks and his shoes. I'm like, gosh. But shout outs, man. Look. I always got to reiterate this because, we playing with house money, and this season is already a dub for us. I predicted 7 wins. We got 12. We ain't had 11 wins in a season since 1991. That right there is already a dub. We hit on our GM. That's a dub. No, let's start with ownership. This is his first full year, his first full season owning the team. It's been 2 years, but he got it like in the middle of last season. You feel me? Where it was too late for him to do any changes. We hit on our ownership. We hit on our general manager. We hit on our head coach. We hit on our first round draft pick. We got 12 wins. We ain't did that shit in I don't know how long. We make it to the playoffs with a winning record. And then we win our first playoff game. A lot of niggas said we was going to be one and done. Y'all seen when we was back on Fig, we beat the Cowboys. Niggas said we was going to be one and done. We was in the way. All that. I remember all that shit niggas was saying. Remember when we had numbers on the board last year. And I was looking forward to the offseason. Everybody else's team was already in the postseason, except for me and Drebo. And I'm like, next year. Now look at us. And it's only going to get better from here, man. We winning with this roster. Y'all can see clearly we need some offensive linemen. Our run game was shit last night. Everybody want to blame Brian Robinson. As soon as he was getting the handoff, he was getting stuffed. You got fucking Cansey and Vita Veda and Levante David and all them dudes, man. I mean, shout out to the Bucks. They ain't no pushovers. Remember, this team just won a Super Bowl 4 years ago. They just won a Super Bowl 4 years ago. Still got a lot of the same players on this team. He said, imagine Texans trolling someone mid-game. Man, that's all they do. Angel 10 said, y'all going to be good for the next 15 years. Man, from your mouth to God's ears. Amen. He said, "You, boss man, the biggest Washington fan." Said, "Boss man won." I know on YouTube. Oh man, you gotta follow Louis T and Rio Robinson. Rio Robinson, Ed Oliver, Rico from Street Scores. They call themselves the Commander Kings. They from the area. So Rico is from Atlanta, but he was born in DC. But them dudes is big fans too, with bigger followings too. And I'm supposed to do some content with Rio Robinson this week too. So hopefully, what I'm saying, that's one of the dudes that I watch every day, in this YouTube space. You know what I'm saying? Not a day go by, I don't watch that dude streams. That dude got some cool, unbiased takes about the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? He a realist like myself. But without further ado, man, let's get into this Super Wild Card weekend, man. Since I already started off with the Commanders, what's the deal, Just Blaze? So how about them Ravens? DMV's back in full effect. That's for damn sure. All right, man. So last night I was nervous in the mud. Start off the game, Buccaneers got the ball. They immediately go to Mike Evans. They know that Marshawn Lattimore hamstring has been tweaking him all season. So they went ahead and went at my boy. You feel me? He was getting cooked. Some plays I felt like, the ref should have let them play. Especially that pass interference in the end zone. It looked like a clear-cut pass interference because he was holding him. But Mike Evans did do a swim move on him and held him to where he was holding on, and they called a pass interference. Bucks went up 3-0 first quarter. Then, we went down. We kicked the field goal. 3-3. We get the ball again. We go up and score. Touchdown to De'Ami Brown. De'Ami Brown had his best game as a Commander last night. Then right before halftime, they go down. They score a touchdown pass to Mike Evans. Second half start. We go down, kick a field goal. We up 13-10. They come down, throw a pass to, who was it? Was it what's my boy name? The running Bucky Irvin. Bucky Irvin throw a touchdown pass to Bucky Irvin. They go up 17-10. We go back down. We in the red zone. We on pretty much goal line. We throw the ball to Zach Ertz. It's incomplete. They don't call pass interference or a hold on Levante David in the end zone against Zach Ertz. Cool. Now I'm worried because I'm hot. We could have just took the points. We leaving points on the field. As you can see, they had somebody there in the booth that's an official say, yeah, they got away with a pass interference, so forth. They get the ball back. Baker Mayfield try to reverse it. Try to hand off to Jalen McMillan. It was a fake handoff, and he loses the ball. We jump on the ball. Bobby Wagner jumps on it. We right there back where we started. At that point right there, I'm like, yeah, I was hyped on that because I'm like, ball don't lie. You feel me? Y'all didn't give us that penalty that fucked us up. Ball don't lie. That's the football gods giving us the ball back. We go ahead and we score. Terry McLaurin. Pass to Terry McLaurin on fourth down. Another fourth down. This Buccaneers defense was tough, y'all. They had us on so many fourth downs, and we went for it on so many fourth downs. They come down, get a field goal. Tie game 20-20. Then we get the ball back with 4 minutes left. Run the air out the ball. We get it all the way down to 2 seconds. We finally call on our kicker. We've been in this part of the field all game damn near, and we decide to go for it instead of kicking it. After he didn't kick the 22-yarder, he didn't kick the 52-yarder. We bring him out here with 2 seconds left for a walk-off field goal. And like I said before, he was doing all that weird shit with his hair before he put his helmet on. I'm like, man, this nigga nervous, man. I'm like, this dude is nervous. I can just tell. I can look in his eye. And this is maybe like the 6th or 7th kicker we didn't have this season on the roster. So I'm like, man, I'm pacing, I'm walking, I'm doing this, I'm knocking on wood. I'm like, come on, you got this, you got this. And that nigga kick it, and all you hear was boom. Nigga, I fell to my knees. I'm thinking it's over with. And they say, and it's good. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know my son was behind me. My son didn't watch the game because he felt like back in 2020 when we played the Buccaneers, he watched the whole game. And since he watched the whole game, he felt like he was bad luck, so we lost. And I'm like, all right, if you say so, stay your ass in your room then. So when I'm down to my knees, I'm like, we did it. He was behind me taking pictures of me on my phone. And then I'm like, damn, that's raw emotions. You feel me? Like he really got me in the moment. I'm like, nigga, we finally did it. We finally did it, y'all. Said kicker got OCD, ho. That's what that is? That's what you call OCD? Because, man, shout out to Cheddar Chulo in the chat. Oh, yeah, man. He said Commanders, Falcons, and ATL next year going to be a movie, man. I love Mercedes-Benz Stadium, too. So, I'm going to be there. If I went there for a fucking weak-ass Vikings game, I'm going for a Commanders game for sure. So, with that win, Views from the Top said, mod me up. All right, Views from the Top. If I'm going to mod you up, you got to be in here consistently. It's just a lot of people that's still not trying to give us our flowers, even though we successfully doing it. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, I'm going to mod you up, bro, but you're going to have to be up in here to, if you're going to be a mod. All right, there you go. So we move forward. Since Green Bay lost to Philly, which we'll get to in a minute. Since they lost, and they were the last seed, the 7th seed, since we're right in front of them as the 6th seed, and we're the lowest seed remaining, we play the highest seed, which is the number 1 seed, Detroit Lions. So we go to Detroit next week for the divisional round. Philly won. Let's go to Philly. Philly beat Green Bay yesterday, 22-10. Terrible game by Jordan Love. Even though we know he going into the game he was hurt. They lost Christian Watson. You still had Dobbs going into the game. You still had Reed going into the game. You still had Wicks. Of course, you still got Jacobs and Tucker Kraft. This boy was throwing picks. Now, granted, Philly defense is the best defense in the league. So you got to be a little bit more careful and not reckless with the ball once you playing against Philly. So they made him pay for those 3 interceptions that he threw. Josh Jacobs came to play. He had 18 carries for 81 yards and a touchdown. Jordan Love threw for 20 out of 33 for 212, but he didn't throw no touchdowns, and he had 3 picks. Jaden Reed tried to step up and take up. Hold on, let me see. Refresh the chat. All right, there we go. Don't panic. I see you, my boy. Shout out Better Living. Um, Jaden Reed try to step up after not having Christian Watson. Romeo Dobbs went out with apparent head injury, which I guess was a concussion. Uh, so he tried to step up until he took a big hit from what's my boy name? Reed Blankenship. Reed Blankenship came and hit him pretty hard, man. Took him out, fucked up his shoulder. His shoulder looked like he was dead. I knew what they was doing from the start on the opening kickoff when my boy Keyshawn Nixon fumbled. Even though I felt like he recovered it and they was down on the ground and they had their hands on him, they snatched that ball from him. I felt like once they gave the Eagles that football, it was over with. It was over with from there. Started the game off with a turnover. It's 3 levels to this. Offense, defense, special teams. Special teams already giving them a chance to win before the offense even take the field, before the defense even take the field. I felt like the the Packers defense played pretty solid. With the Eagles. Eagles got this offensive juggernaut team, man. And it's like they can beat you anyway. But I felt like they played them solid yesterday. Granted, Jalen Hurts came back from concussion protocol, missing the last couple weeks of the season. He looked okay. You know, he's been concussed. He looked like he had some rust. 13 out of 21, 133 for 2 tubs. He only had 39 yards at halftime passing the ball. And it's like, he gotta, he been out. He been out. He ain't played in a minute. And then you playing in the playoffs and you playing against a defense like the Packers. So, I'm like, run heavy. Shit. They ran it 25 times with Saquon, ran it 3 times with Gainwell, ran it 6 times with Hurts. So I'm like, yeah, that's y'all formula. Run that mug until, you got to pass. If you ain't got to pass, don't pass. Devontae Smith had 4 catches, 55 yards. Dallas Goedert, 4 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown where he was stiff-arming the shit out of people. Jahan Dotson got his first touchdown as an Eagle. Finally, we got a Jahan Dotson sighting yesterday. That was big for the Eagles going in. He got the first touchdown to start the game. A.J. Brown had 1 catch for 10 yards, and boy, oh boy, was he not happy. I think he's all about himself. Even though I know he want to be more productive, he is the number 1 receiver in that offense. He should be getting target more. He should, get at least 8 to 10 targets a game, only getting 3 targets. He was not happy. But at the end of the day, you got a playoff win, and playoff wins are hard to come by. And the Eagles beating the Packers for the 2nd time this year, that's hard. It's hard to beat the same team twice in this league. Saquon, 25 carries, 119 yards. I needed Saquon to get in that end zone. He didn't, though. But I feel like going forward, they will be able to have more practice as a unit with their quarterback because he wasn't practicing much. I think the Eagles will be good going forward. They got to play the winner out of tonight, which is the Rams and the Vikings, which will be a good game. Yeah, all say Eagles O-line is ridiculous. Hell yeah, you see how big all them niggas is? Dog, the smallest dude is the center. He's 6'3". Did you say Eagles secondary going to struggle against either the Vikings or the Rams without Dean back there? Said pick your poison cup, Puka or Jettas and Addison. Hey, that may be some truth. So damn. So I seen the Kobe Dean come off the field. So his season is done. What he tore his ACL. Let me see. Yeah, Carrington Valentine. That's the dude who was getting his ass stiffed on. I do feel like one of those interceptions though should have been a pass interference on Zach Bond. He was holding old dude, and then Quinyon Mitchell got the pick. Oh, tore patella tendon. Oh yeah, it's a wrap. Sexy Nay, what up? Oh man, yeah. I mean, but shit. I mean, they still got Zach Brown, dog. That dude is all. He was all over the fucking place yesterday. That dude was all over the place. For him to play in the middle of the field and get down there to the end zone, even though he was there a little bit early. You know what I'm saying, on that pass in the end zone, which they could have called pass interference. You see his makeup speed getting down there, running with the receiver. That dude sideline to sideline, man. I think it's gonna be four good phase. I mean, two good phase though. Four good teams left. You feel me? Whoever win out of tonight's game, it's gonna be some good games going into that divisional round. But shout out to the Eagles winning 22 to 10, defeating the Green Bay Packers. Packers didn't bring their A game, and neither did the Denver Broncos. Shout out to my boy Drebo. Drebo, I thought I had the Broncos upsetting the Bills. Man, Josh Allen was like, man, get the fuck out of here with that. Josh Allen looking like he want to win that MVP, man. Cesar Perez said, what you think of the ref coming up to Josh Allen? What did he tell him? What did the ref tell him? Did he tell him, like, chill out or some shit like that? Said, imagine if that was Mahomes, y'all go crazy. Anyway. Emo said, Bills Mafia. Y'all still think Bo Nix, Rookie of the Year? Oh, he said, stop yelling. Bo Nix, 13 out of 22 for 144, a touchdown, no pick, sacked twice. He also led the team with 43 yards rushing. He should have been rushing more. I needed him to have 6 rush attempts, and he didn't do it. But Denver Broncos defense didn't come to play because Josh Allen was dicing them dudes up, running all over them dudes. James Cook was running all over them dudes. He said, Bo Nix mid. He said, nah, Jaden got it. He said, finally. All right, yeah. All playing Dead Edition. Bills winning 31-7, man. Josh Allen, 20 out of 26. 272, 2 tubs. Ran 8 times, 46 yards. James Cook, 23 carries, 120 yards in the tub. Even Curtis Samuel, I'm like, damn. Both Washington ex receivers got him a touchdown today. I ain't heard Curtis Samuel all year. I ain't heard Jahan Dotson all year. First playoff game with their new teams, they get in the end zone. But shout out to them. Shout out to Khalil Shakur, 6 catches for 61 yards. Dalton Kincaid, 3 catches, 47 yards. The best pass of the game was to Ty Johnson in the back of the end zone. Now, if you ask me, I thought Buddy feet was out on that catch. You know what I'm saying? When he was sliding down, I thought his feet was out. Hell of a way to catch it, though, and have your arm up under it, but I felt like his feet was out. You feel me? But it is what it is. They called it a touchdown. It was a touchdown. What's up with Amari Cooper, man? Amari Cooper only 2 catches, 8 yards. Damn, is Amari falling off that bad? If so, let him come to Washington. He can be a third receiver, man. I'm like, damn, man, Amari Cooper can't catch a break. So that do it for Sunday games. Yesterday's games for our Super Wildcard weekend. Now we're gonna go into Saturday games. The first game of the day. Tennessee. No, I'm about to say Tennessee. Houston Texans. Shout out to them Texans. Beating the LA Chargers 32-12. Justin Herbert looked terrible. My gosh. I could have picked off Justin Herbert if I got on that goddamn field, man. Justin Herbert, 14 out of 32 for 242. 1 touchdown pass, 4 interceptions. That 1 touchdown pass came to Ladd McConkey for 86 yards. Ladd McConkey almost had 200 yards receiving. Outside of that, this team couldn't do nothing. That Houston Texans defense came to play. They was all over Justin Herbert, pressuring him. They sacked him 4 times. They picked him off 4 times. They couldn't get the run game going. Houston Texans, boy, that defense was for real, man. That defense was for real. He said Herbert is the fake Josh Allen. It's apparently that C.J. Stroud need another wide receiver, man. You know, Mechie. Excuse me, y'all. Mechie need to step up more, man. He had 4 catches, but only for 28 yards. Your best receiver outside of Nico Collins can't be Cade Stover, your backup tight end. That's crazy. C.J. Stroud did his thing. 22 out of 33 for 282. 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He was sacked 3 times. But we seen C.J. Stroud using his feet more in this game. He ran it 6 times for 42 yards. Joe Mixon doing what Joe Mixon been doing all season. 25 carries for 106 yards in the tub. Nico Collins doing what Nico Collins do. 7 catches, 122 yards in the tub. Nico Collins is the number 1 option and best option on this team, but going further in this in these playoffs, you're going to have to play against Kansas City, who's notorious for taking your best player and taking them out the game. If you somehow advance past that, you're either going to play against Baltimore or Buffalo. You know, some pretty tough defenses as well. So I know running is their identity. They're gonna have to find them some other options as far as in a pass game. Darius Stingley already a top corner in this league, but yeah, for a while he will be. Stingley, they secondary been balling all season. Eric Murray, Kamari Lassiter, what's the other one? Kamari Lassiter. I think it's one more other than Stingley. JB the God, thank you for the super chat. He said Houston needs a better O-line. That they do. I mean, Laramie Tunsil only can do enough. What's the Kamari Lassiter? Who else? Who else is they secondary? Let me look it up. I'm surprised my boy Scrooston G not up in here. Yeah, Sam Steele. Somebody in there know about him. Houston Texans. Second. That ain't Jeff Okuda. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, Jeff Okuda. But I ain't see Jeff Okuda yesterday. I ain't see him do much yesterday, if anything at all. But yeah, shout out to Houston Texans getting them a win, not being one and done like everybody thought they was gonna be because they've been struggling this season. Um, let me go back. All right, so the night game: Steelers versus Ravens. Ravens put belt to ass, man. I know I ain't got no Steelers fans in here this morning. I know they over there hiding. I know they upset. Uh, I felt like Russell Wilson played solid. What y'all think? I think he played solid. Um, he just need more weapons, man. He need more weapons, dude. He need another receiver for sure. Said Flock Nation here though. Yeah, Flock Nation is here. Y'all always here. Y'all them damn Eagles. Y'all damn birds. uh yeah, it just wasn't enough for for the Ravens, man. Especially you don't have enough weapons on offense. And then you couldn't stop the run. They had 300 yards running, dog. He said, "Ho, good luck next week. My Lions about to score 40 plus on y'all. It was a good run y'all had, but it's ending in Detroit. Sounds good. 40 plus. We ain't gave up 40 all year." Lord Derek said, "My father played for the Steelers in the 70s. Oh, that's what's up. That's dope." Yeah, man. And then I don't know what I don't know what's going on with Mike Tomlin, man. It's been a while since my boys won a game in the playoffs. Love him in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, he's one and done. Uh, Tiny talking about they gonna trade the Steelers and get Mike Tomlin since uh, Mike McCarthy is not coming back to Dallas. I'm like, shit, he just gonna come over there and do the same thing. Said, think Houston, JB the God, thank you for the super chat. You think Houston can beat the Chiefs? Man, anytime you line up with somebody, it's a possibility you can beat them, man. It's any given Sunday. Yeah, man. If they come in there and stay focused, as of right now, no, I don't think so, because, like I just said, y'all need more than Nico Collins. If John Mechie can step up and contribute more, it's a possibility. But if the Chiefs take out Nico Collins, what do you got other than Joe Mixon? Cade Stover can't be your next best wide receiver. Uh, Russell Wilson, 20 out of 29. 270, 2 touchdowns, sacked 4 times. Najee Harris, 6 carries, 17 yards. That was the issue. Jalen Warren, 2 carries, 6 yards. That's the issue. Russell Wilson, 3 carries, 6 yards. We all know Baltimore got the best run stopping defense in the league. You couldn't stop the run, and then you couldn't get your run game going. That was the issue right there. George Pickens had a solid game. 5 catches, 87 yards a tub. Najee Harris was the next leading receiver with 3 catches and 41 yards. Jalen Warren had 4 catches, but he only had 19 yards, not getting nowhere. So the Ravens played lights out defense, and they run game pretty much dictated this game. They ran the air out the ball as far as time of possession. They were successful. Most of the game. 186 yards for Derrick Henry, 81 yards Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson actually threw for 175, 2 tubs. Isaiah Likely was the leading receiver with 3 catches, 53 yards. It was all run game. Justice Hill ran the ball 6 times, only had 12 yards, but then he also caught a touchdown. And the Baltimore Ravens move on to the divisional round to face the Buffalo Bills. This will be their second time meeting this year. Buffalo got their ass smacked earlier in the season when they played. I want to say that was week 4. Yeah, because I was in Arizona watching that game. So it was week 4 because we had just beat the dog shit out the Cardinals. So let's see. These are the 2 front runners for MVP this season. Let's see another showdown. This time, this game will be played in Buffalo, right? Let me see. Yup, at Buffalo. Oh, wait. You think it's going to be one of them cold, freezing games? What y'all think? That's gonna be a fade. I can't wait. That's gonna be Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday night. Oh no, Sunday afternoon. Hatch, Baltimore trash. Bills need more weapons. KC got a walk in the park to the Super Bowl. The RPO won't work. Playing Kansas City, they going to stop that. Make Lamar throw the ball. Yeah, I don't know. He said y'all play offense like the Lions this year. We scoring 40 plus. Plus, just remember I called it. Hey, go ahead. Call it what you want. Hey, we played against the best quarterback in the league this year, which is Joe Burrow, the wide receiver with the triple crown. You know what I'm saying? T. Higgins. We beat them. They put up a lot of points. Even though they lost a lot of games this year, they put up a lot of points. We will see. We shall see. Ravens taking the AFC this year. Houston, my upset. Said we need a Beltway Super Bowl. Man, that'll be lit. That'll be lit, man. Baltimore and D.C. Hatch, I hope you see how much pressure we was putting on Baker Mayfield last night. And Baker Mayfield is a mobile quarterback. You got that statue Jared Goff back there getting pressured. We might see some interceptions. Remember, he threw 5 picks in one game this season. He can easily have another game like that. You feel me? I know y'all like to run them bunch formations, and that bunch formations, it's hard. It's hard to guard that. You feel me? It's hard for a cornerback to guard that. You know what I'm saying? With all that crisscrossing and you picking dudes off. That's how Mike Evans was getting open last night, too. The corner got to play on top of everybody. Got to play on top of, the corners in the slot. Go up under all that. Said Lions is favored by 20. Ah, get the fuck out of here. Nah, they got the Lions by 8. He said Lions by 20. That's disrespectful. So the Lions got the best O-line. Okay. Y'all act like the Lions is just untouchable. Them niggas do got a couple losses, right? We shall see. All this shit sound cute. All this shit sound cute. Grizz 100. Nah, I think David Montgomery come back this week. He should be back this week. Ohio ties up in here. Let me see if we got any other news. I see Mike McCarthy is not coming back to Dallas. I wonder where he's going to go. If Cowboys wanted to hire Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn, they will have to do what no other team had to do. They will have to wait till the Lions season is over because they failed to part ways with Mike McCarthy while the Lions were on the bye. Jerry Jones takes his time, has again inflicted the Cowboys' operation. Wow. JB the God, you go live every Monday. You my first super chat under FMW. Man, appreciate that. But yeah, if I'm not traveling, going to these other games, and Mondays be the travel back days, then yeah, I always go live on Monday. But if I just so happen to go to one of these games and gotta fly back on Monday, then I always go live the next day, which is Tuesday. And every Tuesday, me and Tiny go live. We do Hove and Big Time Takes. So tomorrow we'll be live around 11. And let me see if anything else came out. Oh, hold on. Packers All-Pro corner Jair Alexander says he's unsure if he'll be back in Green Bay for the 2025 season. Alexander, 27, declined to speak to the media today during locker room cleanout and said he didn't have anything good to say, so he wasn't going to talk. Alexander was limited to 7 games this season due to a lingering knee injury and could be on his way out of Green Bay in the upcoming months. Alexander is entering his 3rd year of his 4-year, $84 million contract and is due a base salary of $16.15 million for the 2025 season. If the Packers trade or release Alexander as a post-June 1st designation, they save $17.5 million in cap room while taking on an $8.3 in dead cap for this year and $10.72 million in 2026. Damn, that boy went out of there, huh? Wow, this nigga Jello Ball got a record deal based off that song. D'Angelo Ball has signed a deal with Def Jam and Universal Music Group. A representative from his label Born a Ball Music Group says. Source said the deal is worth as much as a 13 million with 8 million guaranteed and gives Ball full ownership of his music accordingly. Man, that's cap. That's cap. Hell no. No niggas getting paid like that in the music business right now. 13 million. This ain't no fucking sports contract. That's crazy. All right, JPA football say the book AJ Brown was reading on the sideline yesterday, titled "Inner Excellence," has now become the number one best-selling book on Amazon less than 24 hours. This nigga was really reading a book yesterday. All right, go. N'Kobe Dean will miss the rest of the playoffs with torn patella tendon in his knee. I wonder how long it's going to take him to get back next season. Oh, this LiAngelo Ball shit is everywhere. It ain't too much more football news for today. We will have to see everything. You know, everybody's cleaning out their lockers and shit today, so you know it'll be more news out. Um, you know, more news we'll have tomorrow for Hove and Big Time Takes. If you in here, make sure you like this video. Let me see how many likes we got. Only 3 likes? Come on, y'all. Let's get them likes up. There's 45 of y'all in the chat. Let's get 45. What y'all saying? Darnold is Darnold. Sheesh. I think Vikings Rams is a good matchup. We shall see, y'all, man. We shall see. Y'all gotta understand. Um. All right, there we go. I see 47 there. Y'all gotta understand, dog. Dudes do have bad games. Game plans is a thing. You know, you can come up with a good game plan to knock a team off. It's playoff time, man. This is when you earn your money right here, especially the coaches. Especially the coaches, man. Good looking, Hatch. I appreciate that. Hatch, let me cause you're a reoccurring person up in here. Let me mod you up real quick. All right, y'all. That's gonna be it for today. You know, these episodes gonna be shorter and shorter with only a few teams left to play. But be on the lookout tomorrow, man. Me and Tiny gonna go live tomorrow. See what he got to say. I definitely want to hear what he got to say now that he doesn't have a coach. He's talking about they gonna trade for Mike Tomlin. If you're gonna trade for a coach, you got to give up a first round pick, and they need a first round pick badly. So I don't see how that's gonna happen. Um, yeah, man. So we gonna see. Y'all make sure to stay tuned tonight. We got Monday Night Football, Rams and Vikings. They had to move it to State Farm Stadium. That's crazy, right? They had to move it to State Farm Stadium after State Farm pulled out uh, insurance policies for all these fires and shit months before now a game is being held at the stadium that they sponsor. Shit is crazy, man. Said Giants keeping they sorry ass coaching staff. Khalil Mack considering retirement. Mike Vrabel to the Pats. Oh yeah, Mike Vrabel. But I said that on Sunday though. I mean Saturday night. I said Mike Vrabel to the Patriots. You know, Jerry Mayo got a raw deal. So did Antonio Pierce, but we seen that coming. They saying Dion might be the front runner favorite to that Cowboys coaching vacancy. We shall see. It's gonna be some interesting narratives coming out later on today when these afternoon sports shows get to going. So we shall see. We're gonna have more to talk about tomorrow. And yeah, we shall see, man. Be on the lookout for me and Tiny tomorrow. Make sure y'all watch Community. I was gonna pull up to Community today, but I gotta go pick up my goddamn son from school. And at 2 p.m. Community time doesn't work for me anymore, y'all. You know, school is back in. My son is now in middle school, so he's in school in a different area. So by the time he get out of school, Community will be going, you know, starting like 30 minutes within the show. So no, I be wanting to pull up, but I just can't. It ain't working for me, y'all. So, yeah, man. Like if you haven't liked already. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. See y'all.